ultimately means self-knowledge. So therefore, how can I express myself? Be it anger, be it determination, or whatsoever. I mean, here it is the natural instinct, and here is control. You are to combine the two in harmony. If you have one to the extreme, you will be very unscientific. If you have another to the extreme, you become all of a sudden a mechanical man. The ideal is unnatural naturalness or natural unnaturalness. But if you do not have style, if you just say, well, here I am, you won't create a style, because style is a crystallization, I mean, that way it's a process of continuing growth. To express oneself honestly will be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow, or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
Man, what a way to start off the stream. The man himself, Bruce Lee. So huge influencer in myself getting into martial arts. KO, how you doing this morning? See, you got your coffee there?
Got the coffee unmuted now, and doing great. It's actually my wife and I's anniversary today.
Oh man, how did I not know that? Happy anniversary, man.
Thank you. Yes, so
man.
We're she let me do this today.
Okay. Is this your anniversary present?
Yeah. She let me do this today, and then we're gonna go have a
if we start to see darts hitting the wall, that's a sign.
Yeah. I was about to say, getting to talk to me is your anniversary present. That's a horrible present.
Well, in case you guys didn't notice, we got Akapropi in the house. Back from Japan, you just had a big trip to Japan, and I know you've got a pretty big day coming up with your wedding, actually, on May 4th. So that's pretty awesome. A lot to celebrate for sure. But man, how was the trip to Japan?
Well, the actual flight was long and exhausting, but getting there, it was just, man, it was amazing. Like the whole everything about it, even the bad times, like the really stressful times trying to get through the trains, to get on the right train in time, trying to maneuver through everything. And like Vanessa, my fiance, like I said earlier, she's on Upland. Her name's Modern Medusa, but she focuses on art, so she's just kind of floating around on there with her VE. But she's been learning Japanese for the last 5 years. So the fact that a couple Americans that are there for the first time, and she was able to read it and get us around fairly decently. There was stuff she could say, and then people wouldn't. They'd get all excited and thinking she could speak fluently, and they'd talk all fast, and then she'd have to pull out her phone and actually kind of slow it down and have them translate it in her phone. But everybody's just so nice, so respectful. Like if you're just standing there like looking around at a sign for like 30 seconds, you got 3 people coming up trying to help you. You don't have that here. Not at all. Like even the flight attendants on Japan Airlines, like coming back and forth, they were really adamant about making sure you knew all the safety procedures, how everything went. But when you get back on American Airlines, they didn't care. We were sitting in the very back seat on our flight back from Seattle to Charlotte, actually. And I've never had to sit in the very, very, very back seat, like the last seat of an airplane. You can't even recline. But you could hear all the stewardesses and everybody talking crap about the people they don't like on the plane. That didn't happen on the other ones. So yeah, Japanese people are very respectful. They're very helpful, and they like it when you like their food. And I loved everything I ate there, even the Burger King and the McDonald's.
Now, is the McDonald's over there, is the food different than it is here in the States? Because I've heard like the sodas, everything is a little bit different.
Oh yeah, it's different. They actually had a matcha green tea and a strawberry matcha flavored like green tea smoothie thing there.
Oh, nice.
Their Happy Meal toys are different. I actually have a picture that I took. I tried to get one. I went up and talked to them at the register because you don't. There's not actually you don't like everything's a kiosk now, even here.
Oh,
But there it's so much more fluid. Everybody knows what they're doing because they've been doing it a lot longer, so it just runs a lot smoother. But they have one of the boys' ones was a safety car for Toyota Gazoo Racing.
hmm.
And it's a yellow safety car. And I'm just sitting here like, Toyota Gazoo Racing. It's in Japan too, in a Happy Meal at McDonald's. And I've been racing and trying to figure out how to get to promote Toyota Gazoo Racing, like trying to contact them just because I mean it's part of the racing in
Yeah.
Upland. Like Toyota Corollas was one that was my grandma's car, and I got it when she passed away. I loved my Toyota Corolla. Like,
We had an old Toyota Corolla back in the day. I remember those.
yeah, man, yeah, dude, that thing, I took care of that. It ran good until I lost my license because of my freaking epilepsy. But
Oh man,
that's another
that's
story.
rough. That's
Yeah,
rough.
yeah.
Well, I know we got some really cool stuff you're going to share about Star Wars and the just an amazing trip that you had. I know I've seen some pictures and stuff that you shared, and man, it looks really, really cool. But man, what got you into Upland? Because actually, if it wasn't for Upland, we wouldn't be sitting here having this conversation today, which is pretty cool. So, what got you into this crazy world?
Yeah, that's actually a very interesting story. My name isn't Akapropi for a reason, and like, or for no reason, excuse me. And I honestly, when I made this profile, is because I ran across an advertisement on Brave, the uh,
Oh, Brave
web
browser, yeah.
web browser. Yeah,
Mhm.
and I've been into crypto and stuff, and I was buying Dogecoin back in the day when it was like 0.00016 cents because I just saw potential in the emotional reaction that these kids walking around on their phones all day would see when they're, making money and they're like 10 years down the road. Oh, I wonder if there's something I can invest in. Oh, Doge. Oh, I remember those memes. Oh, yeah, I'm going to invest in that one first. That feels safe and comfortable for me. So I bought $100 worth of it and then just held on to it. Next, few years go by and then it just skyrockets to 76 cents, which this is really nothing, but still,
That,
freak, I still look at
that,
my investments just to hold on to it, and I'm still like plus 4,000% in the green from
Yeah,
just
it's
that one.
crazy.
So yeah, it's like logic and emotion. There's certain times to, go with certain ones. It's just like like how you feel about everything. Like then I found Upland on the Brave browser in an ad, and it was talking about real estate and like how is this real estate metaverse and buying them as NFTs. And like I said, my name, Akapropi, I have it for a reason, and it stands for ACCA Propi. And about a year before I came into Upland, I had found this Web3 real estate company called Propi. And what they were doing was bringing actual physical real estate into the blockchain world, the Web3 world, like being able to purchase houses in 24 hours to a week instead of 30 to 45 days using
yes.
Bitcoin or Ethereum or
Hmm.
USD or XRP or whatever. So I actually emailed the CEO, Natalia, and around the time I emailed her, they had put out this, I don't know, kind of exclusive thing where they chose people, about 20 people who they talked to be a part of the progress to become a CCA, which it stands for just like a certified crypto advisor for Propi. Like I have the certification to go and talk about them, like legally and whatever, promote them. However, I don't know how you want to talk about it. And I just felt that Upland was where I needed to do it because having epilepsy, I don't have my license. I can't drive. And back home in North Carolina, I'm up in Pennsylvania with Vanessa's grandparents. I'm actually in their extra bedroom right now. But I can't drive, so she has to drive me everywhere. or I have to find an Uber or something, and the closest place for me to get a real estate license is about an hour away from where I live, and
Mm.
I can't make that kind of commitment like that, so I have to pivot. I have to find a new way. I'm not going to give up. I'm not just going to believe in something and then stop believing in something, because I believe in this. There is something here. There truly is. And I don't know how many people see it. I don't know how many people feel that potential, whether it be through real estate, whether it be through what people are building in Upland with like Hyde Park Ninjas, and like what MMVM's doing, Tug and y'all, and just, I mean, the URL and Matt Chef, everybody, and just seeing the community grow the way it's growing. I don't not want to be a part of it. And I had to realize when I started my business to try to promote property and real estate and like be a consultant for them, that I had to pivot again. So when they did the Las Vegas release in Upland, I was just like, okay, cool. This is my first time I can really be in a city release, so let's see what it's all about. And I'm just floating my BE through Las Vegas, seeing what's available, and I come across the Star Wars neighborhood in Paradise, Las Vegas. And I started buying every single property I could. Every single one. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I hadn't have gotten the money that I got with the Doge. I wouldn't have, and blockchain. I wouldn't have gotten involved in it if I hadn't have seen the ad on Brave. I wouldn't have been interested in it if I wasn't into Proppies, Web3 real estate. It's stuff, there's information out there that is powerful, and I really believe that this can be a platform, whether it actually end up being through Upland or not. At least this is a jumping off point for all of us that really see the potential with everything we're trying to create together and separately. So, I mean, it's amazing to get to be on here with you guys. Like, I hear and see people talking about y'all on Discord and all this stuff, and it's great to see like people speaking like positively about people on Discord, because I really, and I've told people this, I don't like Discord. I mean, I don't. It literally stands for like, to the definition of Discord is to breed ill will and discontent with each other. So I never really liked talking to people on it. So I just always just kind of stayed quiet, never really wanted to get involved with anything. And then I just always kind of spy on people. I hate saying that word, but not really stalking. I just, things that I find entertaining, that people that seem to be real, I just kind of watch them for a little bit, and then eventually, I'll contact them, and just kind of see where it goes from there. And that's how I've ended up here with you guys today. So I'm really happy that I've stayed with it for as long as I have.
Yeah, Discord's an interesting creature, because like you said, it could be, there's some Discords I've been into and I'm like, oh my God, it's the negativity, and it's like, how do you even function, day to day with all that negativity? It just clouds the mind, and you're so ultra focused on it, maybe focus on something moving forward and positive. And that's kind of the way our Discord is. Our Discord's not really, it's kind of quiet, but we do some cool stuff. There's no trouble or drama in it ever. It's, we do our UFC pick'ems every week, and we do our, during the football season, we do our football picks and all that stuff. And we did the NCAA brackets, so just a bunch of fun stuff, and we give away upicks for the community. But it's not like a gangbuster Discord where it's going crazy every day with the chats and stuff. And outside of, what we do with Hyde Park, we're pretty busy in real life too. So we really don't have a lot of time for the drama and all the BS, I guess. But it is good. It is good to find a couple of the good Discords, and you can get in there and talk to people. And, this whole realm that we're in with the metaverse and all this stuff, NFTs and everything, in some ways it's gotten a lot of bad, publicity and a lot of bad press. And a lot of people don't even know what it is. They're not even educated on it when they start to talk negatively about it. So I think as people get more educated, it's obviously going to grow a lot quicker. But I would say we're probably in maybe the 5% of people that even know remotely anything about what this is or where it could possibly go. And, you brought up a good point with all these different groups that are doing stuff. The URL Racing, you got City Pigeon and those guys doing the tug, where people are coming in and racing there. You got MVM, Matsuda and San Mahoney they're doing some pretty big things over there, some pretty cool things. And, everything that we try in our communities doesn't work. It doesn't always work out perfect, but it's like Bruce Lee said in the opening, right? Flow like water, and you adapt. Yep. And, I think your story is really cool because you've had to adapt, to different things that you had going on in your life. And that's what it's about. Things are going to get thrown at you in life, and it's how we adapt. And I think being a martial artist pretty much lifelong, and KO, I know as well, has been kicking since he was out of diapers, maybe in diapers still. And, that's one of the things that martial arts teaches us is to adapt and move on. And, I'm a lot older than KO. I'm a lot older than you probably as well. And, as you start to get to the later years, our bodies change dramatically.
Oh, yeah.
And, martial arts is something that has done so much for me in my lifetime. And it's something I want to continue to do as long as I can. So just trying to preserve the body to make that happen, over time. But again, it's that adaptation. You got to adapt and change, at the time. So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'll be 40 on April 30th.
Oh,
so
man, you guys
I don't know how much older you are.
I got about 13 years on you.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm an old dude.
Nah.
I could probably. I thought you were.
Me and Kale went to an event, and somebody thought I was his dad. That's how old I look. That's how young Kale looks, I guess. That was pretty funny, though.
That's pretty funny.
I had you pegged around like 27, 30, like probably. I did not think like almost 40. Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you. Yeah.
Like seriously.
I got mistaken for a lesbian in Japan actually while we were there because of my long, beautiful flowing locks. It was a girl too. It was a lady. She's like, "You a lesbian?" I said, "Yes, I am."
Just go with it. Was she speaking in English or Japanese? Did Vanessa have to translate for you?
Some of it. But that's where we actually ended up singing karaoke that night. And it was so, I swore before we left America, I was like, I'm not singing karaoke. It's not happening. And I ended up singing 3 songs with a bunch, like, it was hilarious. It was so funny. But
the question is there video proof of this?
Yes.
Karaoke. What song was it?
There is. Well, okay, there's video proof of us being there and Vanessa singing Josh Groban and me recording it. I don't know if anybody recorded me doing anything I did, but I sang, I did a couple hip hop songs. I did, I did Eminem with the bartender, actually. She was like, "Oh, we got to do this song together. We have to sing this one together." So she's like, "You know this song?" I said, "Yeah, I know this song. Okay, let's sing it together." So we sang it together, man. It was freaking hilarious. And then I pulled up a Kanye West song. I was like, "What do they have on here?" Like, I'm just curious. I want to see what they have. And they had Mercy One, and that song is just ridiculous. So I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna play this song." And there was several gay men in there that actually knew the song, and they were like, "Oh man," whatever. I was just like, "Okay, man, it was hilarious." The whole time was great. Like, it really was. The Star Wars celebration, man. I don't even know how to. It was just so miracle after miracle.
Can you lay out how that went? Because I grew up watching Star Wars. I wouldn't say like I'm a major fan, but I love Star Wars, and I mean I teach martial arts, and so I always liked it and stuff. So, but like, what is that event? And what was like your experience with it?
Okay, so the Star Wars celebration is actually something that I didn't even know about until a few years ago, and the reason I found out about it is because I won the sweepstakes to go to the Star Wars 2023 celebration in London.
Wow.
And I actually got to go and meet a couple people that I was friends with from being in Upland while I was there. And they
That's
got to
awesome.
go on tour with us to the they took us on tour the first day we were there to the flagship London Microsoft store. And they have a life-size replica of a warthog from Halo
Hmm.
in there
That's
that you
cool.
can actually you it works, it runs, you can drive
Really?
it.
Oh,
But
wow.
yeah, but it's set up on a huge massive thing,
Yeah.
with the stuff around it like do not touch, you're gonna get in trouble. They had to take the glass panels out of the side of the building to fit it into the building.
Wow.
Wow.
Like that's how big it was. It was crazy. But they had every Xbox like iteration version like in glass cases. Took us on tour. I got to meet some of the CCOs and COOs of Microsoft London. I was talking to them like and then they took us in this room where there was nothing but Star Wars games. Every Star Wars game on every platform, PC, whatever console you wanted to play on. And we just got to hang out in there and play games. And then go to the Star Wars celebration in London. And it was an all expenses paid trip. I'm on disability. I've been on disability for the last 13 years. I haven't been able to drive or whatever. And I've been getting paid by the government to sit here and talk with you guys because I'm not making any money in Upland.
What,
But
really?
oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
But it's that was the jumping off point. And actually this one, let's see. These right here, I don't know if it'll show. These are some of the pins that I got from the
okay.
Star Wars celebration in London. And then these are some that I got from the ones in Japan this year.
Oh,
But
cool.
the Japan one was a trip that I had to pay for, obviously. So, well, me and Vanessa, we saved up to pay for because the last day of this London one, they say where the next one's going to be, and they only happen every 2 years.
Mm,
So it's almost like FIFA, almost like
okay.
every 4 years you got the FIFA World Cup, every 2 years you get the Star Wars celebration. So they announced this year that in 2027 the next one's going to be in Los Angeles. So for anybody out there in Upland that wants to come with us to the LA Star Wars celebration and help me freaking promote Upland and show them what this can be, like I got to talk to people, Disney artists, people that work with ILM, people that work with MetaQuest, like they have my information, I have their information. I showed them Upland, I showed them what we were able to build in the last 2 months with everybody coming together to help me with the Las Vegas Wars and build up my Star Wars neighborhood. And it's just nice to see people coming together to want to do that. Like, it's like I can't pay you to do this. I don't have all this money to help, you know, blah, 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 this and that here, whatever. But there's people there that see potential. There's people there that believe in it. And whether they believe in me or not, it's not about me. It's about something much, much bigger than me. But this is my starting off point is Star Wars, and I wouldn't have ever found it if it wasn't for Brave, if it wasn't for Proppy, if it wasn't for the love of martial arts and Star Wars. Like it, honestly, I could say it probably all began when I was a kid, just like you guys, like with what
Yep.
y'all are starting here now.
Yep.
It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Like it really is.
Yeah, it's kind of
What
cool
got
watching
you?
it take shape.
Yep. And
So what?
actually,
What?
let's
What?
see.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, no, you go ahead. I'm just looking for
I'll
shit.
just.
Y'all can keep talking.
Uh, I was just wondering, like, what was there a moment or like what got you hooked on Star Wars? Was that like since you were a kid? Was it when
Uh,
you were older or like?
No, it was my dad and my uncles. Like when we go
Okay.
over to my grandparent, like my grandma and grandpa's house for, Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that stuff, they'd play Bruce Lee movies, Big Boss, Fist of Fury. Those were the first ones I saw. Not Enter the Dragon, Big Boss, Fist of Fury, and the lady's boobies sticking out. My mom was like, "Oh my God, you can't watch that. There's naked women in there." People get bludgeoned in the head with axes. She's like, "No, no, no." But then, they turn on Star Wars, and man, I just loved it. There's
Yeah.
the lightsaber battles and stuff, and it's not just about, for me anyway, there's morals in that story. Like it's an entertaining trilogy, but there's also morals. There's also lessons to learn from that. Just like I learned from Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do books when I was a little kid, checking them out in the library. Just like I learned from my masters and teachers when I was competing and training in Taekwondo, when I started doing Tai Chi and Muay Thai for a little bit in my later years, and a little bit of Kung Fu here and there. And then it just got to the point where I was like, I just need to train on my own. Like, I know all this stuff. I've been a black belt in Taekwondo for a long time. I don't need people to keep teaching me. I need to start teaching myself how I need to be taught. And I started training at home for the most part. But after meeting y'all, like SC Kicker, like Filipino stick and knife fighting, that's something I've always been interested in. And I know I need a teacher for that. So you're not that far from us where we live in North Carolina, and I'm definitely going to come visit your school. So
Yeah,
we can
definitely.
fight if y'all want to fight. We'll definitely fight, but it'll be on a very respectful level. I'll get my ass beat and you can talk about it, but it'll be a mutual respect. I won't be mad at you when you beat me.
Now so your dad teaches martial arts too, doesn't it? Is your dad into Tai Chi? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he is.
Now, is he local? Is he in North Carolina, or is he out of state?
He is actually he's in North Carolina, but he lives up in the mountains.
Okay.
He just got remarried. Lives off the land. Like, that's just the kind of guy he is. He was a construction worker, built houses growing up, and then when him and my mom split, he just moved back up to the mountains, built himself a cabin on the 30 acres of land that he had, out of just chopping down trees and stuff in the wood. He's got pet snakes running around, squirrels eating his tomatoes outside. Like, he told me he was sitting on the toilet taking a shit, and he had this really nice, huge tomato that he was planning on making a sandwich with. And while he was sitting on the toilet, a squirrel came up and just started eating that tomato.
Oh,
like,
man.
You're not getting this tomato. He's like, this is my tomato.
His whole layout was sounding pretty peaceful there until you said snake. And you lost me. Yeah, the mountains is so beautiful. So beautiful up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the snakes are good.
It's a big black snake. Eats all the rats and stuff for him, so
keeps all the good stuff away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's pretty cool. But yeah, the thing, man, being in Japan, and the thing about the Star Wars celebration this year, like, even though we were saved up and we paid for it, since I won that one in London, you get put into this special VIP, like, early access stuff. So in November last year is when they started actually selling tickets for the Star Wars celebration in Japan. And I didn't even know if we'd be able to go. I just bought the tickets. And when I went to go to the website to do it, I was trying to get the 3-day pass, like the Jedi Master VIP exclusive pass. Those sold out. Like that. And then I refreshed the page. Saturday's tickets, they were gone. So they had Friday and Sunday left. So I was like, okay, 2 for Friday, 2 for Sunday. Oh, I want to get the exclusive lanyard. I've got to get a lanyard for me. I've got to get one for Vanessa. I've got to get, like, the Japanese fan they have for Vanessa. And, like, this is really cool. So I got to get Hayden Christensen's autograph. So I put that all in my cart, bought everything, and everything went through. And then when we get to Japan and we go to get our badges the day before, because if you get, actually, we got ours the day we landed in Japan. So we had what we thought a hotel that was only half a mile away from the Makaharu Messi, or whatever it was called, where the convention center in Japan, where the Star Wars celebration was at. And come to find out, it was 2 hours and 20 minutes away from our hotel.
Whoa.
And we had already started walking. We had already passed the trains and all that stuff, and I wasn't about to stop and get a taxi. I wasn't gonna spend money on that and them end up taking me where I don't want to go. We tried to rent some bikes off of one of those bike things they have there, and we couldn't figure out how to do it. So we literally walked 2.5 hours to go get our badges.
Wow.
And when we got there, I was so tired. I was so tired. We get up to the lady. She gives us the badges and everything for Sunday. So these are Sunday's badges. They all have exclusive drawings on them by the Japanese artists. and all this stuff. So this is Ahsoka's Sunday badge. They didn't have our Friday badges. And when they went back to check, apparently when I did the checkout, when I ordered them, it went through, but it went through after Friday's tickets had sold out.
Oh,
So
wow.
my my autograph was supposed to be on Friday to get from Hayden Christensen, and I didn't have a ticket to go.
Oh,
They didn't
wow.
have a way to switch it over to Sunday for me to get his autograph. Like there wasn't anything. I mean, they were very apologetic, even though I had my medical card because of my disability on there, like there wasn't anything they could do. But there was this random lady, her name was Lindsay, that was in the line next to us, and she was with a group of five people, and they actually had six, but one of them just bailed on the trip. So they had an extra 3-day pass badge,
Hmm.
an extra 3-day pass that she
Wow.
just came up over to me, and she said, "I'm so sorry. I don't mean to like be nosy or interfere, but I have this extra 3-day pass, and the whole reason I'm here is to meet Hayden and get his autograph, and I completely understand. So I want you to have this pass. I wasn't even supposed to be there on Saturday, and all of a sudden I've got a 3-day pass in my hand that cost hundreds of dollars that somebody just gives me for free because of compassion, love, understanding, positivity, hope that they wanted this to happen for me."
Yeah.
So the first 2 days I was there, Vanessa couldn't be there with me. She only had the pass for Sunday.
Mm.
So
Got
I was bottlenecked like shoulder to shoulder with thousands of people just just with for the love of Star Wars. Like it's a just being in a community that loves, it doesn't have to be Star Wars, just that one thing that somebody comes together and they just bring that positivity for each other, to each other. Like there's no hate there. Everybody cheering, loving the outfits, loving the costumes, passing out all this swag. Like we learned from the 2023 celebration that you could just get all kinds of stuff if you brought some swag to give. So Vanessa made a Sith bookmark and stickers from uh, No Face from uh, the what is it? Spirited Away. So she made a Sith Spirited Away bookmark as swag and put all her information on the back in Japanese and in English.
Oh,
And
that's
then
cool.
we also made, which is also a shirt, she made these postcards, and that represents my Lost Vader node in the Star Wars neighborhood, and that's our dog Derp. And then, you got the Death Star and everything. So
Nice.
we were trying to do something that's, Japanese, just like in London, we made the first Lost Vader node shirt, and this is the coup de grace of my weekend, was getting Hayden Christensen's autograph on this picture of us from the London celebration. So
Oh, that's
that
cool.
was my first Upland t-shirt for the Lost Vader node right there. And
Very
now it says,
cool.
"May the force be with you always." So
Yeah, that's
he
awesome.
has my information now. He knows about Upland now. Like they didn't even know that there was a Star Wars neighborhood in real life. And I I don't know. I'm just a nerd. I can't help it. I'm just a nerd.
I think we all are here, right?
Yeah, right. Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, I had
That's
Yeah,
something
awesome.
man.
for you before I forget, because I'm going to forget today. You've been doing so much hard work on your back wall there. I noticed the Yoda in the background there, and there were some shoes. Did the shoes
Oh,
disappear?
yeah.
So I had to make some additions to my background here, but I forgot to put it up.
So,
What are
Acapropper,
those
you might actually.
shoes?
So this right here, you might appreciate this. I had a very unique opportunity to go to. I'll send you a picture of it. To Dubai, to the Comic-Con in
Oh,
Dubai,
nice.
and I was helping a friend with a comic book, and so I got to go there. And there was this. I've always loved Star Wars, and I mean, this piece was like 40 or $50, I think. Um, it says coffee drink I must, and I just love to. It's got R2D2. He's got R2D2 on his coffee mug that he's holding. And he's drinking coffee. So
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
I love coffee,
That's
and so
actually, yes,
uh,
I have heard that. People mention that you love coffee.
yeah, see, both and I we both love it, but
Oh yeah. And we even have our own coffee line, of course, Ninjava to go with the whole ninja theme and everything. We absolutely
Oh,
love
really?
coffee.
Y'all
Oh
actually
yeah.
like y'all sell it by the bag?
Yeah.
That's really cool. Our the drummer of the band I used to be in, um, the band that he's in now, they actually started making their own coffee brand as
Oh,
well
nice.
because he was working for a coffee company and was able to pick their own blend with all the different coffee beans and stuff in
Mm-hmm.
it. So that was one of their merch. That was some of the merch that they would sell at the shows, and I was helping them for a little while running merch when they were in the band in that band. That
Nice.
was about 10 years ago. But yeah,
yeah, that's
it's
super
I
cool.
play the piano,
Oh, nice.
so I was playing the guitar and keyboard in a progressive metal band called Hephaestus from North Carolina.
Okay.
Okay,
So it
yeah,
was
you got all
kind of
kinds of
a
skills.
eh I just like I said, I just go with the flow, and then I see something I want to try, I'm going to try it, and if it takes me to another path, then I'm going to follow that path, and that's just kind of how it's gone. Like,
Nice.
but they easily best musicians I've ever had an opportunity to play with. Like, even
Nice.
now, like listening to the music is like a love hate kind of thing, just because of all the drama that went on involved with it. But it's good music. I think it's good music. So if I
Awesome.
think
Very
it's good
cool.
music, then it's probably good music.
How long did you do that for?
10 years.
Oh, wow.
We toured for 5. Yeah. We actually wrote our demo in my backyard in a little storage shed.
Nice.
That's where a
I
lot
still
of
have
a
the
lot of
CD.
bands have started like that.
Yep.
Yeah. But that was something like being in a band, that wasn't something I wanted to do with my life either. It was just like I want to play with this band, I want to play at this venue, I want to do this and that. And as soon as I got reached those goals, I was like, okay, I'm done. Like, I don't need to make money from this. I'm happy with what I've accomplished. I want to go see what else I can accomplish. And, it's all led me back to this, which is you guys in martial arts. And like I said earlier, this is the first live stream I've ever been on. I sit here rambling. I'm not letting y'all talk.
No, they people hear us talk all the time.
Yeah.
They, I'm really enjoying hearing your story and and getting to learn more about you. So yeah, is there Caesar was asking if we can listen to your music. I don't know if there's a link you could post in the Discord or something like that.
Actually, well, you can actually go to YouTube and
Oh, nice.
just type in Hephaestus. Like, it's Hephaestus. So it's a southern play on the Greek god Hephaestus, or however you pronounce it, who was the god of war, god of metal, whatever you want to call it. Like,
Hmm.
he made all the weapons and stuff for battle, supposedly, like in that mythos or whatever you want to call
Is
it.
that your favorite
But
genre of music?
no,
No?
actually, I just enjoy music. I don't care what genre. Like, if it's good music, it's good music.
Mm-hmm.
I like bluegrass, country, metal, rap, anything. Instrumental,
Eminem,
like there's a band,
Kanye.
Eminem,
Eminem, yeah,
Teddy
yeah.
Swims.
Busta Rhymes, Wu-Tang, like, and the reason I like rap so much is because it gives me an opportunity to see if I can practice that and at least be able to flow the way they flow, find the breath where they find the breath to keep spitting how they spit. Like Busta Rhymes, him and Eminem and like Tech Nine and all these other people, I'm sitting here trying to learn Eminem Godzilla. I was on the flight to Japan with my Bluetooth set on my headphones on the whole time, like, well, not the whole time, almost the whole time, just with that song on repeat, trying to figure out what he was saying. And he's a beast, man. Like, dude, like Hayden
I,
Christensen so far to me, like Anakin Skywalker, Darth Vader, he's the GOAT when it comes to lightsabers, man. Like seeing the choreography and stuff that they've had to do and train and all the work they went through, like it's insane. And then all the people that cosplay and you see their performances and what they've done, it's just crazy. There was two people, two separate people that didn't know each other at this Japanese Star Wars convention, and one of them was dressed up in a complete replica of C3PO from when from the Star Wars Attack of the Clones, or no, not Attack of the Clones, the Phantom Menace, when Anakin was a little boy and he was first building C3PO and he didn't have all the pieces put together. You can
Hmm.
still all see all the wires and stuff. So there was a guy or a girl, I don't know, but they were walking around in this suit and they had the way it was all talked the way it did. They had it set up. I don't know how they did it, but
huh.
then there was another C3PO that was just a perfect, like just golden C3PO. So people brought them together so they could meet each other. And I have a video somewhere. It might be on Vanessa's phone, but it's of them talking to each other, and they, oh my God, are you naked? Like whatever it is they were saying to each other. It was just hilarious, man. They were giant, like giant AT-AT walkers, like
Wow.
robotic, just huge walkers,
Mm.
right? Just walking. In the convention, there was a section for droid racing that
That's cool.
it was mainly for kids, and they'd give them an opportunity for like 5 minutes to practice. It was like a PlayStation controller that they had a racetrack set up for the droids to ride around, or to race around, and they give them 5 minutes to practice. And it was two little Japanese boys and a little girl, and the whole time for the practicing, I really think she did it on purpose. I really do. Like I think she figured out how to work that droid easily, like within the first 30 seconds, and then just stopped and pretended she didn't know anything. Because when that 5 minutes was up and that race started, she beasted those boys by at least a minute and a half. Like it was crazy how well she was able to control that droid. And these other two little Japanese boys were like, "Hey, what is happening? I don't know what's going on." But it was funny, man. It
That's
was it was so cool. I got to meet people with MetaQuest and just talking to them
Nice.
about Upland and showing them the racing and everything. Their eyes were just boom, like it was crazy. They were very very impressed with what the potential. Like I said, there's definitely
Yeah.
potential here. So
the racing is getting a lot better. I mean, from the first time I raced was I think that actually the first time I was ever on stream was with the Creedmoor event that they did way back, and Mass Chef was in there. I think Dak, TML, helped out a lot with that. Maybe Too Stupid to Win back then, and I think Metaverser, he had actually built the skins for the cars back then, so he made a really cool Halloween ninja car that was amazing for the S1Rs. And when we raced them, it was completely AI. We didn't have any control. I was
yep,
just sitting there watching this car do cool things. And, then they
yep,
start slowly bringing out the mechanics, and they've just gotten better with time. The cars are reacting better. I think one of my biggest complaints probably with the racing, if I had one, is the slow lanes. Cause like in racing, you don't really have those. But it's
yeah,
10 times better than what it was. So it's been a lot of fun. And
yeah,
the players are really adapting, to what the cars are able to do now in the track conditions. And it's been
yeah.
really cool this past couple of weeks. The first couple of weeks of the new URL season has been unbelievably competitive. It's been really cool.
Yeah, I know. I've been upset. That's the only thing about being in Japan I haven't been able to race. Is
Mm.
I've had to stay off my phone as much as possible to do that stuff because I don't know. I miss it. I like racing and that's the thing. It's like a nostalgic thing for me because I can't drive in real life, and I just want to like I just want to race something. I have to
Yeah.
race something. If I can race in Upland or race on Forza or whatever on my Xbox, it's gonna be somewhere. And I really like the racing community in Upland, and like me and Mass Chef have talked when actually they did the semi race last night on the I can't the new show that they started. I'm drawing a blank on the name now, the Upland Racing Live or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, the night show last night. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I ended up missing it, but it reminded me of the Snowdrift Showdown that they had done. I don't know. I guess maybe this easy over a year ago now, but I had contacted Mass Chef because I saw it. You know, I had all five semis back then, one of each color, and I was very, very proud of it. And then, you know, life goes by, you have to figure out you need money, you gotta let go of what you gotta let go of. But I made a little, you know, they have the commercials in between for everybody. So he
Hmm.
let me put a little like 20-second blurb up about like I did a Star Wars themed thing about epilepsy and SUDEP, like sudden unexpected death in epilepsy. Like, what can you do to help? Like places you can contact, because November is Epilepsy Awareness Month, and it was right around November, kind of near
Mm.
the end of November that they did it, or maybe it was December 20th. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, he let me do that, and we talked for a while and got to know each other. And you know, like you said, KO, what was it? Your dad had epilepsy, or
It was
your
my grandfather.
grandpa? Yeah.
Yeah, my grandfather.
So there's so many people here that understand that, and that's one of the things that I'm like my neurologist ever since I was a little kid. They're like, you need to let people know that you have epilepsy when you meet them. So I've always had to go out of my comfort zone to tell people, hey, you know, I'm around you. If this happens, this is what you need to do. Don't freak out. Like, this is just a part of me, who I am. It's a part of my life. I'm
Yeah.
sorry if, you know, I'm just sorry if you have to see this happen. And I I really don't like telling people that, but I have to.
Yeah.
And so I guess that's why I'm gotten to the point where it's easy for me to just ramble on about stupid shit.
That's all we do on here.
Yeah. I
Just go in
mean,
here and ramble.
I was I was afraid I was going to have a seizure in the merch area at the Star Wars celebration. I was afraid I was going to
Mm,
have one when I met Christian Haydenson. Like, just
yeah.
overstimulation, that stress is just like, oh my God, I'm meeting somebody I've wanted to meet forever. And now he's like actually remembering me from the picture that we took in London together. And like,
Yeah.
he's got a wedding invitation to our wedding on May 4th. I know he's not going to be able to go because it's like they're celebrating the 25th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith. So
Okay.
this whole week until my birthday, they're playing it in theaters again. So maybe go see Revenge of the Sith for my birthday in theaters. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Man,
But oh,
the Mass Chef. I know you
that
were
yeah.
talking about Mass Chef a minute ago. That show, they're actually giving away 75K Upics next week. They were doing 50. We couldn't get enough SE drivers. So if we can get
Oh,
6 SE drivers in the race next Saturday in the show, he's going to be giving away 75K Upics next week. So anybody that's got
okay.
SEs, if you guys are listening, definitely get on there Saturday night with Mass and get yourself an opportunity to take home some Upics.
That's pretty cool. I knew they were giving away Upix last night. I didn't know that they didn't get enough people in to do it. I
Yeah,
was
I was
catching
lucky.
up on it watching the.
I was lucky enough to get a SE to race from Shaq. I borrowed to get in there, and there was only 3 racers though. We can only get 3 of us. I know one of the guys is out of the country right now that does have one, and then I think the rest of the semis. I think Abdullah's got all of them. So Big A has got all the semis. So we got to get him on there to race. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, that was I've just
Now,
missed racing. I watched it. I finally got to watch the stream from the one on Friday last night, or what it was late last night or the night before. I can't remember. But it was good job, SC. You did a good job. Like, that was some nice driving right there.
Thanks,
Every
man.
it was
There's some good racers, man. Vape Pie
everybody.
guy was
That's
on my butt the whole time, and Sam Mahoney was just
yeah.
gone. He was gone right from the
I
get go.
know.
And
I
JH,
know,
man,
man.
JH was racing his butt off last week, and Funky Beats was, I think, in the first race. Funky Beats was right on my back bumper, man. She almost had me.
Yeah,
It,
dude. Lot of people have started getting into racing, and I'm loving seeing it because Chef deserves everything that he's been putting into this. And now Ant Man's up in there, and it's a lot of fun to watch. It's a lot of fun to participate in, and you know, I f- I don't know. I like the community. I just it's just
Yeah, it's a
fun.
good
It's just
group.
fun.
Really good group. They're making it
Yeah.
fun, keeping it
Yeah.
pretty
The
chill
only the
too.
only thing the only thing about the racing mechanics I don't like now is because I don't have a PC. I have to race on my mobile.
Mm.
Hmm.
So when I'm changing lanes on my mobile, it feels like I'm hitting a staccato note on the piano. So it's like dit 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 dit. It doesn't feel smooth like it used to. So I'm really confused or curious, not confused. I'm curious about what this update's going to change,
Yeah,
or
they
if
got
it's
the
going to
big
change anything
update
at all.
busting tomorrow. That'll be interesting to see some of the stuff. I
Mm,
know some of the apps were down this week, or actually today. Some of the apps were down off of, I think, the iPhone side of it.
yep.
So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out with the changes coming.
Yeah. I'm actually using my Android phone to be on this right now.
Oh, are
Because I
you?
saw
Nice.
that the iPhone was like, yeah. I was like, I have to have both. It's easier for me to have both. One's the iPhone's my business phone, the Android's my personal phone. So if my business phone rings, I know I don't want to answer that one because it's business related. If my personal phone rings, I know I don't want to answer it because it's personal.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm busy. I'll let y'all think that I'm busy.
Uh,
Oh man. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna look at this. I was gonna look at this the Star Wars. I found it here in Paradise. I
Yep.
can share.
Yep. There
I
it
can
is.
share. Man, you got it built up. Let me share real quick. We fixed the share screen
Oh,
issue.
nice.
So, all right, let's see. Yeah, you've got this built up nicely.
It got
Let's
it
see.
got built up. Dude, so many people came together to help me. Recurrier, Upland Tara, King Cody, freaking Nerds Logic. So many people just see so much potential. And whether they believe in it or not, or just want to be a part of it or not, I don't, it doesn't matter. I'm just grateful for all the help that I've gotten. And especially to win the Wars badge for Las Vegas before I went to Japan and then get to tell everybody about it. Like, it's not just, you know, like show them the metaverse is the racing, and they all took the time. They took the time to stop. They stopped talking to all the other people they were talking to listen to me, some little disabled retarded kid. And I was the one. Me and my fiance were actually the ones that wrote that Cyborg diss track when Las Vegas Wars started. When the Knights wrote theirs, so that was pretty fun. But we had to retaliate kindly some way.
Yeah, so you've got
Yeah.
Lucas Ave, um, Skywalker Ave,
Hmm.
Vader, Tarkin. What is Tarkin?
Hey, General
Or is
Tarkin.
that? Oh, okay, that's right. That's right. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So I was gonna see if there was any. I was doubting there was any properties around, but oh, that one.
There's
But
there's
there
there's a
looks like
there's
these people figured out that you wanted these. They put some high prices
yes,
on them.
yes, they did. They did. I was negotiating with people for a very long time when I found this area because I knew I had to have it. And there's only 6 Leia Streets properties. There's only 6, and I own
Hmm.
4 because I thought when the whole building racetrack started that you had to own 4 properties on that same street. So
Hmm.
I was determined to have my racetrack property on Leia Street. Like I was determined. I think I spent like 300,000 UPIX just on one of those properties so I could own it. And
Oh
then I
wow.
got
Yeah, that's
yeah. I mean, but like I said, I'm a nerd. I, that's that's how far I'll go to get like to get my dreams where I want them to be. Like I'll be moving slow as a turtle. Like this is years in the making. And these last 2 months is when all this stuff got built. All these people came together to help me. And the people that have the stuff for sale, you can't even contact. Like
Yeah.
Chrissy Who, she stopped as soon as I bought the majority of her properties, she stopped talking. She put all her Vader properties that property on Leia Street right there that isn't for sale, that's her home address. So I know she's not going anywhere. but she's determined to get 10 grand for those Vader properties.
I
Like,
know.
it's just
Oh man.
crazy.
Man, in
And
the future, it could
it's
happen
funny,
too.
it very much
That's,
so could.
I mean,
It's
look at
very,
those
very
properties that
possible,
sold that were next to Snoop Dogg.
right?
yeah, and
I mean, it's
yeah.
ridiculous. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've spent $1,000 on a semi, and I knew I shouldn't. Like, I've spent I've spent plenty of money to have an S1R that I don't have anymore that I knew I shouldn't have, but I wanted it, so I and now I have Matilda Studios right there at my racetrack, which is called This Is the Way. It's kind of an Easter egg to the Mandalorian. That's just kind of how I've been building my whole Star Wars neighborhood is just with Easter eggs, and I'm trying to get to the point to where I'm not having to do that. I don't want to have to build Easter eggs. I want the licensing so I can bring this into Upland or whatever metaverse comes to fruition for it. I'm
Hmm.
going to get the licensing rights. It's going to happen. And it's just time. It's just taking this. All it is time. And I can't control that. It's a matter of when and where it's supposed to happen. All I can do in the meantime is build it up the best that I know how with the people that, sit here and support me. And it was great during wars because the people that have been a part of this Lost Vader node since the beginning, they would let me know if somebody was trying to come in and sneak attack on my properties and all this stuff because it's you just couldn't get in. Like it's all mine. Like the people that are in there because I trust them and they believe in it too. They want to see where it's going to go. They believe that it's something that could be real, that is real, that's going to happen. So I'm just as grateful for them. I'm grateful for y'all to have me on here and listen to my dumbass talk about all this stuff and TV 125's barriers. Like those were the first racetrack barriers I got to put up, and I still have to give him some for his properties. I still have to give Mass Chef some for the property I gave him for helping me. And that's the thing about it. It's like I'm not looking for money. I'm looking for people that understand the potential, that want to be here because of the potential, and will go as far as I have gone because they believe in it. And that's what I want. Those are the people I want in my Las Vegas node. That's the people I want in my neighborhood, and those are the people that I believe in. And that's why Shaq's there now. That's why Recurrier's there now. That's why the people that are there are there. And and just so everybody knows, I haven't said anything to anyone else. I will always own over 50% of this. I will always
Yeah.
own under 50%. So there are only certain properties on these Skywalker Avenues, Tarkin Avenues, Vader Avenues that are going to be left available. Once they're no longer available, they're no longer available. That's it. This is mine. And if y'all want to be a part of it, you are going to be a part of it. And if someone wants to help and they see this and I see the potential that they bring into it, I'll give them a property. I don't care because I believe in what they're doing. Like I believe because they believe in what I'm doing. I'm not going to try and sell a property for $10,000. That's not who I am. I don't care about that. I don't care about how much UpX I have to spend. To me, it's not money. This is a game. It's a game with huge potential, and that's what I want it to turn into is more than a game.
Yeah, it's
Well,
good to
yeah.
hear
Real
somebody
world,
say
you
that
feel.
because we say it all the time. This is a game, so we don't. Things change on a dime with Upland, especially, and things don't always go the way we want them to. And at the end of the day, it's a game. It's a game with utility, and there's a lot more
Yep.
to it. And the way that we build
Yep.
the community strong now is what's going to keep it going for years to come.
Yep.
I
And
will add that
I've
you can make it an investment. You
Oh
can make
yeah.
it just a game, and you can make it an investment. And it just depends on what you want to do and how much time you want to invest. And
Yep.
so I do because I know some people have different opinions on that, but it depends. I think it's up to the person and what they make of it.
Hmm.
Um, and
Exactly.
and
And that was
up.
something else I was going to say. Well,
Yeah, go
yeah.
ahead.
It's just uh I I can't remember, they Upland posted like who had made the most money from it. I don't know, months ago they had posted some list of who had made a lot, like the majority of the money from having their investments in Upland, and seeing that, really gave me more hope for Upland, because there are people that have been on this grind for years, and you're seeing them actually profiting from it. So you see that it's possible. You just have to find your
Hmm.
way. They
Yeah.
found their way. I'm not
Yeah.
against how they find their way. They're here for their
Right.
reasons, just like I am, just like you are, just like Matt Chef is with the racing. We're all here for a purpose. It's about bringing that purpose together. And I'm here because I don't care about the money. I care about the future of what this can be. I want to be a part of this, and I want people to be a part of it with me that
Yeah.
see that same thing. And it's so awesome to get to be on here with you guys. Like, I've wondered for a long time if I was ever going to live stream with anybody, because like I don't like being on camera. I hate how my voice sounds. Like, I'll talk
I
shit in the discords on sometimes, but that's not my voice.
I've had to get. I don't like. I hated hearing my voice too, and cameras and stuff. But with owning a business and stuff, I've had to do, oh gosh, commercials and go on to the local news, and I've just had to get used to it over the years. And
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
it's still not my favorite. It's still not my favorite thing. I really enjoy this. I really enjoy hanging out with the Upland community, and like you know I really like, you're surrounding yourself with, positive people that believe in the long-term vision and have a positive outlook, and we try to attract the same um, people, so I think that's a good, that
yeah.
I like what you're doing. I like what you're attracting, positivity and positive people, and because that's, man,
Well, thank you.
those are the those are the people that are gonna take it to the next level. You got to have people that believe in it. So
Yep,
we're trying to do the same thing with Hyde
yep,
Park, and so that's awesome.
yeah. Yeah. I've been seeing y'all's name on as the one of the sponsors for the URL for a long time, and I was like, man, I wonder what they're all about. Like, I've been wanting to message them, but I don't know if I should. I'm fucking anxious and nervous about it. It'll probably blow me off. That's how I always feel. But you know, it's
No,
been
man, we're
awesome,
just
man.
two dummy martial artists in the metaverse, and
Just having fun with
Yeah,
it.
so
So we've made so many mistakes. I don't
I
even know if
keep
we can make any other ones that we haven't made already.
I
But
keep leaning
what do you
URL,
learn?
towards because
man,
I
URL
keep
is
looking at
awesome.
that
Those
picture,
guys.
man.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Yoda up there.
yeah,
That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah. I
this
know,
is
right?
a
It's so cool. I
this is
have to
a
get. Is it? Are you? Is it? What kind of frame is it in? Is it a floating frame or just a like so
no, it's just
the front doesn't touch it?
yeah, it's a glass
Regular
glass
frame.
front. Yeah, and then
Okay,
yeah,
that's so cool. That's so
yeah.
cool. I had a actually I'm wearing the shirt now of a picture I sent SC Kicker earlier. This didn't come from the Star Wars celebration. A young Japanese man custom made me this shirt at a store where me and Vanessa went to donate the fabrics we used for our cosplays we wore to the Star Wars celebration,
Oh,
because they just
nice.
have recycling places everywhere. So we took our fabric to this store, donated it, and there's just all kinds of stuff everywhere. They just sell everything everywhere in these stores. It doesn't matter what it is. And it was this dude custom printing shirts. So I was looking around at the stuff, and he had Star Wars stuff. So I was looking at it, and he had this shirt, or he had this print, and it's Darth Vader Management Consulting,
Managed.
and at the top of it it says learn to lead.
Hmm.
And just something about that resonated with me, because I've been too shy about what I'm doing for too long. I haven't really reached out. I haven't really talked about it, and it just feels like this is the time to start doing it. So
Yeah, it's great
I'm
to hear
glad
the
that I got to
story.
be
There's
on
so
here to
many
do
good
that.
stories out there, just like yours, and it's amazing, to see them kind of coming to life in Upland.
Yeah, and uh, I don't know. Have y'all played any Guntech 2.0 with Matilda Studios, the arcade
We
scene?
met those
I
guys out
met
in Vegas. I have not actually played it yet. I think KO's got to mess with it a little bit.
I messed with it a
Yeah,
little
they
bit.
their game's actually on Nintendo Switch and on Xbox.
Hmm.
So, because I went and researched them when I first saw them, and I was like, well, this is a space themed game. I'm just gonna message them, see if they'll put their arcade on my racetrack. So they did. They're like, oh, this is the perfect spot for it. We're moving our arcade over here. We're gonna put one right on the big start of your racetrack. So anytime you start my This Is the Way racetrack, their arcade is right there sitting staring you in the face.
That's
So
cool.
I was like, this would be good promotion for you guys. Hopefully it'll get people involved with y'all's, stuff, as well as the racing more so. Like if they play y'all's game and see the racetrack, fight, just the give and take, like just I don't know, there's this it kind of reminds me of this thing. It's like I can't remember who said it, but it's always try to find a victory in every defeat to stay hopeful, and always look for a defeat in every victory to stay humble. And I wish I could remember the guy that said that, but that's something that's also resonated with me, because that's just part of who I am. I'm not going to sit here and be like, "Oh, I'm the best." Because there's always going to be someone that's better than you, and you're going to have to step up and bring your game to the next level. And if
Absolutely.
you think you're a failure your whole life, you're never going to find the opportunity to prove that you're not. You're just always going to believe that negative side to yourself. And like with you guys, it just goes back to growing up in martial arts and finding that respect with each other, and just seeing the respect everyone in Japan had for each other. Like even on the subways, if it's packed brim to brim and there's younger people sitting down that had seats, and like an older gentleman or woman or someone with a bunch of stuff gets on it, they automatically get up, this is your seat now. Like y'all get to sit here. I don't have to sit down. And
Yeah.
it's not like that here. Nobody bows to you here. Nobody's polite to you. Nobody really like. Well, I don't want to say nobody. Like you guys are nice.
Try to be,
It's
man.
different.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
is
different culture.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a very different culture, and I hate. It's just much better food. The food is amazing.
Yeah, that's what I've always
Yeah.
heard over there.
It really is.
There-
Like
There's a
I
documentary
went to
on.
culinary school,
Oh wow, that's cool.
and I I was blown away. Every restaurant we went to, it just I mean, like even the freaking I got it was a rice cake burger at the McDonald's restaurant we went to. And then they had at the Burger King they had American flavor or American style smoky wings and hot dogs, and like black bunned hot dogs. So we got a black dog, and they just had all these crazy burgers and just all this crazy stuff. And I love pizza. I've loved pizza since I first saw the original Ninja Turtles movies. And I've loved New York style pizza. I've always, every time I go to New York, it's like I've got to go. I don't care if it's 3 a.m. There's a pizza place open. I'm going to get a slice of cheese pizza, pepperoni pizza, whatever. There was this little hole in the wall Japanese place that had a pizza on their menu, just a cheese and tomato pizza. That was it. One of the best pizzas I've ever had in my life,
That's
like
awesome.
hands down. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, y'all are really making me feel like New York pizza isn't good now. Like this isn't right. Like this can't be right. Like am I in like an alternate universe right now?
Man,
Man,
well,
well,
Oh
this
man.
was pretty awesome today, and man, we got to talk more for sure. I know today's Sunday. I know I've got reservations, and I know KO, you got some stuff going on for your anniversary over there. But we definitely
Oh
got to
yeah.
continue this conversation for sure. And man, thank you so much for sharing. The experience over there, and I didn't realize until the other day that this was it's like a every other year event, because I saw the thing come out about the celebration in 2027. And,
Yep.
I was like, oh, maybe it's not every year. And I saw that it was coming to LA. So that's pretty cool. We'll have to continue to follow that. And who knows,
Yep.
maybe make the one in LA. That'd be an experience for sure. So,
Yeah, that would be crazy.
yeah. Well, good luck. I know you've got the wedding coming up on May 4th, man. That's like a week away. Are you nervous, excited, a little bit of both?
Yeah. Yes, there's been some recent issues that are getting complicated as far as the wedding situation goes, like where it's going to be and how it's going to be held type deal. So it's probably not going to end up being as elaborate the way we wanted it to be. The whole Phantom Menace lightsabers, like Phantom of the Opera masquerade party we were going to do. Because like I said, man, we're nerds, man.
That's
We're
cool.
nerds.
That's cool.
So
Hey,
it may
you're,
just
you're
end
with
up.
the right, if you're with the right person,
Oh
it's all
yeah,
gonna be great. It's all
That's
gonna
right.
be awesome. It's
That's
gonna
right.
be great no matter what, man.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
good
But
luck with
yeah,
all the
super
plans,
hyped.
and hopefully you could work through all the final details and the chaos that goes along with that. I know I remember those times and how crazy it was planning the wedding and then,
Right,
actually
yeah,
having it and all that stuff. So, but
because you're so old.
yeah, I kind of remember back that far. I'm coming up on 20. This is our 25th year coming up, actually. We'll have
Oh wow,
25 years
that's
this year.
same as Revenge of the Sith. Holy shit.
Oh, that's too
You
funny.
planned it like that, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
too funny.
awesome. Well,
Well,
in
happy
this,
anniversary.
yeah,
Thanks, man.
enjoy the
And,
day.
we got to do this again. I really enjoyed the conversation. I actually don't want to end it. I just got reservations with the wife there, so yeah, we need to follow up and continue this conversation.
Yeah, and in this video
Oh,
today,
definitely,
guys, I
man.
forgot to mention this when we started, but there's some special hints within this video. You'll have to watch through from the beginning again, probably. But Tuesday, we've got a really big stream coming on. If you're an Uplander, you definitely do not want to miss it. But we're going to be on Tuesday at 1:30. We'll be flying in here right after getting out of classes, and we've got a good stream that you don't want to miss, but there's some hints in this video. You have to watch back from the beginning to see, who's going to be joining us on Tuesday, but it's going to be a big one. I know I'm extremely excited about it.
Yep.
Well, dang,
And,
now I'm gonna have to go back and watch it so I can see what hints there are.
yeah, so there's definitely some clues in this video if you're paying attention that we got a big one coming up Tuesday. So until then, we are going to see you guys then. We're going to get off to doing outside of Hyde Park Ninja things here for a little bit, and then we'll be back with everybody on Tuesday. If you guys are interested in listening to some of Akapropi's music, we'll put Akapropi, if you want, put a link in our Discord, and people can check that out. I'd love to hear some of that music as well.
All right, yeah, I can do that
Awesome.
if y'all really, really, really want to.
Heck yeah, man. I love to see. I love music, all kinds of music. So I don't have any specific genre. I have some that I like better than others, but it's all art. And, I like to see good artistry
All right.
as far as music. So,
Yep, awesome. It's on Amazon Prime also, so
oh, okay, cool.
Oh, cool.
like music.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, guys. Well,
But
everybody
yeah,
have
I'll definitely post a link.
post that up there for the community, and definitely share it. And we will catch everybody on Tuesday.
Sounds like a plan.
Later, everybody.
It was awesome, man. Thank you guys very much.
All right. Later, everyone.
It means self-knowledge. So therefore, how can I express myself? Be it anger, be it determination, or whatsoever. I mean, here is the natural instinct, and here is control. You are to combine the two in harmony. If you have one to the extreme, you will be very unscientific. If you have another to the extreme, you become all of a sudden a mechanical man. The ideal is unnatural naturalness or natural unnaturalness. But if you do not have style, you just say, well, here I am, you won't create a style, because style is a crystallization, I mean, that way it's a process of continuing growth. To express oneself honestly will be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow, or